gonna start to get into Ahsoka and how
Pretty
fucking
awesome it was.
epic of an episode it was, and it just seems to be getting better every episode. If you're liking what real quick though, if you're liking what you're watching, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. It really helps us out. And if you're on Twitch, hit that follow button. We appreciate you. Follow us on Instagram, bottom left of your screen. Okay, episode 6.
Fucking dope.
Start off. So episode 5 ended with Anakin. Basically, they're in the space in between space, right? And man, that.
So he goes like, "Hey, we got to finish your training."
Yeah, basically, he's like, "You're not ready yet." I guess it was kind of the vibe in episode 6 where it starts out, and then they full-on lightsaber battle.
Super fucking cool.
Freaking dope.
And then, oh, dude, the transition. So then they go between time.
The dogs are here.
Oh, they go. They have time jumps, but the transitions in between, dude, are so fucking cool. Shout out to the Reamers for fucking guiding me through all my questions about what was going on, including why. Did you know why Anakin calls Ahsoka Snips?
No, I don't know why. I knew that was her nickname, but
yeah, I always thought it was like Nips.
Brent, did you want to call in if you're still out there?
Yeah,
we could use your.
He said his setup's better now. They got their stuff in.
Nice. Well, if you're there, I don't know if you're still out there. Hit me up.
Let me reach you at the Force.
Go into the Discord. Let me know you're in the Discord, and we can hook you in. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So it was because she was very snippy when she was younger. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I wanted a better story than that. I'm kind of disappointed that's all it was.
I want to see a snip slip.
When I think it snips.
That's what I'm saying. Rosario Dawson snip slip? Hell yeah, dude.
So they get into a fight scene, and then it transitions into her being her younger self in the Clone Wars, and Anakin leading her into battle
and pushing her into the war
on Mandalore
war front like mindset.
Yeah,
he was like, oh, dude, I thought that was so cool. Like, you could see why she is the way that she is now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where like, what you say?
He's in the Discord.
Yeah, let's do it. We're about to get schooled.
Well, I know, right?
Just take him to church, guys.
We're gonna bring Brent into the fold, guys. He's our resident Star
Jedi.
Wars, resident Jedi that we have on tap. So, buddy, episode 6.
Hey, what's up?
What did you think?
It was a definite love letter to all the people who have been like invested in the Clone Wars, mostly the cartoon series, and watched Ahsoka come up, like when she was first introduced in the pilot movie called The Clone Wars, where she was sent as a messenger to Obi-Wan and Anakin, and then she was like, "Hey, I'm the new Padawan," and then Obi-Wan was like, "Oh, I didn't know I asked for a new Padawan," and she was like, "Oh no, I'm Anakin's Padawan," and he was like, "Oh hell no."
Wait, so that's that how does that process work in like the Star Wars community? Like, who decides who gets a Padawan? Like, because was
the Jedi Council.
Was Anakin a master? Do you have to be a master to have a Padawan?
He was never a master. Remember, that's why he got all pissed off with Mace Windu and the council, because they wouldn't make him a master, even though he was on the council.
Oh no, I don't remember.
It's outrageous. It's unfair. You can't be on the council and not be a master. That whole thing.
No, I don't remember that.
I do.
I just remember
Mace
Windu whooping that ass.
You don't remember that?
No.
He was like, they're like, you're not ready. Like, you know.
And that's what the push to the dark side, right?
Kind of like they never
bunch of it
had
like
a full
one of the things.
Confidence in him.
Yeah.
So that's definitely was a factor.
Yeah. But yeah, it was awesome. Like I had like chills the entire episode, and especially whenever Anakin was dueling Ahsoka in the first part, and he whipped out that move that he used on Obi-Wan. I was like, oh my god, man.
It's cool how they throw those little things in there. They pepper those little moves and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're like a real hardcore fan,
I asked Brent, because I had noticed that her headdress has changed, and I was like, oh, why? Like, why? And he was like, oh, well, that was like the transition to when she right? You call it discommunicated herself with.
Yeah. So when they showed that the first flashback when she fell. You see her with like the full beads and everything. So that was like her, because like she obviously can't braid her hair into like a little rat tail to show that she's a Padawan. So the beads were to signify that she was a Padawan. And then when she, obviously she got older and bigger, so she had to, of course, change her headdress. And then, once she left the Jedi Order, she had a different headdress again.
So, what did you think of the flashback to the Clone Wars? Now, was she actually not involved in that war? Because it sounds like she was never involved in that battle. Was it on Mandalore?
The Clone Wars or the Siege of Mandalore? The Siege of Mandalore. The Siege of Mandalore.
She's clearly killing Mandalorians in that episode.
Yes.
And she said, this isn't my battle or something like that. Like, I've never been here. Or so she says something like that. Where she's like,
no, that was Anakin. Anakin said, I don't remember this battle. That's because that battle happened at the same time as the Battle of Coruscant when Anakin and Obi-Wan went to go get the Chancellor. Mm-hmm. So the Siege of Mandalore was going on at the same time, where Anakin and her Legion of Clones went to Mandalore to take out Maul and the Death Watch.
Yeah, and that's where she was all
loyal to him.
You could see, again, this is why I thought it was so dope that Ahsoka is the way she is now, because she was sending in clones and they were getting fucking massacred.
Yeah.
And so you could tell that shaped her, because when she was young, she was very spry and snippy, as you pointed, I told you pointed out. But now she's she's so regal, and she's seen war, and she's not. Her whole thing is she doesn't want war to happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But
I think it's so rad.
Do you guys remember the first flashback whenever they walk up to all the injured clones and stuff? So that was the Battle of Ryloth, and
so there were different battles. So
that was their first mission that they had together.
Okay.
And Ahsoka was in charge of her own clone troops, and first they had to break the barricade from the Separatist, the space barricade. I'm sorry, and then she disobeyed Anakin and got her entire fleet wiped out because she didn't listen. And then they went down to the ground, and same thing kind of happened. She didn't listen, and a bunch of clones got messed up. And so she was living with guilt with that, which is why they showed that specific part.
And then don't we see Commander Rex or whatever in that too?
Yeah.
Yo, yeah. Commander Rex.
Yeah.
He's the blue one with the long, kind of sniper rifle, right?
He was in the blue armor.
No, he has the two. Rex has two pistols.
Is it Cody that has the fucking long...
Commander
Cody's the orange one. I don't think we see.
He had the yellow. Was it
orange?
Yeah,
Cody is Obi-Wan's general. I mean, his clone, his commander.
I am the clone commander.
Each Jedi had a certain commander underneath of him.
Okay, yeah, because all right.
And I know that we talked about it last time with all the armors and shit, but the way they did Anakin's armor for those scenes was fucking sick. It was
again, sweet callback, because we've never seen Hayden Christensen in that Clone Wars armor, just in the animated series, and seeing that was unreal, and they did so good. And with the clones, not a single clone from episode 2 or 3 were actual real people. It was all CGI.
That was pretty good CG.
Yeah, and seeing them in actual live clone outfits, oh man, I was so happy.
But I was telling Chris that for me, one of the parts of the episode that was it was just so quality is the transitions in between those like you didn't break what do you call it? You were immersed.
Yeah.
But with the transitions, they didn't go like black screen, new scene, black screen, new scene. They're like when they faded into the orange mist, and then it was the next scene. You're like, bro, fuck.
That's why I was a little confused at first, and then I was like, wait, is this 2 different battles? And then it was, right? It was just like the dust was the transition into the next thing, and then she was getting older, I think, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like, can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
So speaking of transitions, the Anakin Darth Vader transitions. What did you guys think of that?
That was sick when you would see the flashes of it, right?
Yeah,
they were like quick little flashes, and it was like
the lighting on his face was like that almost zombie blue and red.
Like, when he was getting to that last like lightsaber battle with her at the end, it was definitely like it was cool to see him transition to the dark side of things. And Ahsoka doesn't really
doesn't try to fight him,
but she doesn't really see Anakin's transition into Darth Vader, I think, right? Like that she was never there for that. Right? She had already left the Jedi Council at that point, and she went and did her own thing at that point. So she basically hasn't even seen Anakin go to the dark side, basically, like in person. You know?
Yeah, she didn't see it happen, but in Rebels, Ahsoka and Darth Vader fight, and Ahsoka knocks off the opposite side of the helmet that Obi-Wan did. So she slashed him, and then he hits her with like he's like gasping and hitting like breathing for air, and Anakin and slash Darth Vader, in like that mixed voice they do of like Anakin and Darth Vader was like Ahsoka, and then after that she knew that Anakin was Darth Vader.
That's when she finds out.
Yeah.
But then like I guess it's kind of the part of Star Wars that like I'm still not really used to is like the periods in time are like, what are the big hitters doing when this happened? Like I sent that meme where like, you know, Luke's just kind of chilling during some of the parts, or like, what's Ahsoka doing when they're rebuilding the Death Star, and you know, like that, you know, that whole arc, like what's she up to? Because she's super fucking powerful. Like she could.
So Ahsoka was part of the main rebel. Like she was like the main like guru for like the rebels. Like I was telling you guys last episode, like her nickname or code name over like the radio and stuff was Fulcrum. So, and her and the rebels, like they were able to foil a bunch of the plots that the Empire had during that time. And Ahsoka just whooped up on some Inquisitors.
Hell.
Well, and the Jedi were in hiding at that point, right? Like, because basically they were hunting them down. So like they all had to spread out and disappear.
That's one thing that I was talking to Brent about too. Is I think that if we're only fucking 4 or 5 episodes in, this has painted a picture of like how the what are they called, the bad guys? I forgot.
Stormtroopers?
Stormtroopers?
No, the whole group, like the
Empire?
The Empire. How the Empire got power back, it was because of the fucking bureaucracy of like they had control, and then like they just kind of snuck under the radar, because just on paper you're like, okay, they have this big fucking planet thing, and then it gets blown up, and they all of a sudden just have another one, and you're like, not that easy. Like they like usurped the power, and you're like, fuck, dude, that's kind of fucking sick.
Well, it all happens when Chancellor Palpatine becomes the
senator, right?
Or Senator Palpatine becomes a chancellor, and then that's when like things start to go in motion, right?
But like you could see how that happened, because like the who's the what's her name? Halo or not Halo?
Are you talking about Padme?
No.
Padme?
Who's the general that got like in trouble right now for going to go see? No.
Oh, Hera?
Hera.
Oh yeah.
So
Hera.
the people that are higher up to Hera are like very bureaucratic, and so like she's trying to do the right thing, and they're like, well, no, we don't really have proof, and like, but it's like a very live, like it's happening in real time, and she's like, hey, we don't have time to dick around like that, and they're like, actually, you're in trouble. Like we're taking your fucking power away, and you're like, oh, that's how it happens. It's like they're. all this stuff is happening under the radar, you know?
The Asian guy, I don't get good vibes off of him in that scene. I feel like he's got some backdoor deal because when Hera calls him out and she goes, "Were you involved in the wars?" And he's like, "No," and she's like, "So you just sat around and waited till something happened?" And basically, she was saying,
I thought you meant the fat pilot guy. I was
no, not him. No,
yeah.
he's cool. No, I was talking about the senator or whatever.
I saw a posting that was like, that shows, because that guy's planet got fucked apparently. Like,
yeah,
and because of what he said in that scene, it like alludes to it.
Yeah, like I don't get good vibes. Like she's like, you waited around to see who won before you took a side, right? Like that was kind of what she was saying. So like I feel like that guy maybe is in the back pocket of somebody. Like it's just like whoever the highest bidder is kind of vibe he gives me. So I don't know. I'm keeping my eye on that guy because I feel like he would be the backstabber out of that group of people. But who knows? It could be multiple of them. Like there could be 2, maybe 3 that do that. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, Thrawn still hasn't made his appearance yet, and we're all waiting on that.
Oh, dude, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped.
Now, so the episode ends. Well, I think we should talk about the little in-between stuff, too, with Hera and the Son. Obviously, the Son
he's got powers.
He's legit Jedi. He has legit Jedi powers, right? Because they didn't know where Ahsoka was, and he's the one who sensed Ahsoka in the ocean.
He like heard the battle happening.
He heard the battle, and he could hear the lightsabers of them battling. And then Hera could hear it at one point, I think, too, right? When she like was like quiet, and then she listened, and then I don't know if she could hear it or not, but
I don't think so. I think
she was just like full send on him. Like
yeah,
I got you.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
and then so basically after that fight with Anakin, the second time in that scene where he goes Darth Vader and then kind of goes back to the good guy after she pretty much beats him.
Bro, that was such a sick move when she's like, "Yo, I'm not gonna fight you," and he's like, "Fine, I'm just gonna whip your ass."
Yeah,
but she held her own the whole time but clearly being defensive the whole time.
Yeah.
But then she does that fucking jumping scissor kick thing, and I was like, "Fuck yeah,
dude!" As far as like martial arts Jedi go, she's like the craziest one. I think.
She's
like,
so fucking
with
sick.
the backflips and the kicks and the like she kicks people all the time, and I'm like, that's fucking dope. When you see like Ewan McGregor kick someone, you're like,
bitch.
But when you see Ahsoka do it, you're like, that was fucking badass. You know?
Like, you guys remember the first part of the duel when Ahsoka was like, "I'm not gonna fight you," and then Anakin said, "I've heard that before."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is
so that was it's a throwback to when Luke was fighting Vader and was like,
"Oh yeah,
I will not fight you, Father." And he was like, "Well, I heard that before."
Yeah,
because at this time Vader's gone, like he's dead.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Weird. So in the original movie, what was it? Return of the Jedi, I think it was, right? Where they meet and he's like, "I'm not gonna fight you."
No, but you said at this time Vader's dead. Like
during the Ahsoka show, Vader's gone.
Yeah, he's in the space in between space. That's like where the Jedi go when they die, pretty much.
But they haven't even constructed the second Death Star yet, right?
No, that's all done.
That's way past that, dude. You're like, this is in between the newest movies and Episode 6. So Episode 6 and Episode 7, basically, it's in between that. 4, 5, and 6 were the Death Star. So it happens after that. Because remember, she runs in The Mandalorian, she runs into Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
and he's running the Jedi Temple. It's that timeline after Return of the Jedi.
Huh.
So it's in between Return of the Jedi and what was it? Rise of the Sith? What was the first one called again? The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Yeah, the Force Awakens.
Thing.
The first one wasn't. It was okay, but it was supposed to set up the second movie that got fucked up and had to be fixed by the third movie, which was
we talked about that.
So I'm not going to get into that today because I think everybody.
That's a whole different rabbit hole.
This is where I realize I'm lost. You know, like I had my compass and I'm like, "Hey guys, I found our way," and then you're like, "You're looking at the wrong map," and I was like,
So there's
it's
9,
upside down actually.
There's 9 total episodes. This is between 6 and 7.
Shit. The whole thing is I've been trying to avoid rewatching all the movies because I'm like, no, I think I remember. And now I'm like, fuck, I don't remember shit.
No.
I gotta put these puzzle pieces together.
It's around the same time as Obi-Wan and Mandalorian that this is all going on right now.
Yeah. Well, Obi-Wan was before. Wait.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Obi-Wan
was before.
Episode 4.
A New Hope. I'm sorry. Yeah. Jeez.
So, what is the alliteration of her going into this battle? Like, what's the message that she's gonna have to participate in a war? Is that what they're trying to like say? Like, you can't just stand by or be defensive about this. You actually have to attack.
Are you asking like what was the lesson that Anakin was trying to teach her?
Yeah, what was he trying to like say to her? Like,
so pretty much it was since we saw all the things that were burdening Ahsoka, which was Anakin's turn to the dark side, her guilt of losing all these clones, and her decisions, and so her decisions got those clones killed.
Right.
And then her decisions, she feels, also helped Anakin turn to the dark side. And so she's also relating this to Sabine.
Okay.
So during this whole the World in Between Worlds segment, Anakin was just showing her to let go of her, the things that are like bogging her down, all the things that she feels that this is my fault.
Well, he constantly says too, right? He constantly says, "You got to move forward. Like, you got to move forward. We got to keep going. You got to keep moving forward."
It was super cool when she had the cracked half of the map or whatever, and she saw what was happening. She wasn't. You could tell she wasn't like disappointed. She was just like, "That's what happened." Like, and she kind of called it right where she was like, "Can I count on you?" And she knew that she couldn't. She knew that Sabine would like. She just wants to get back to Ezra, et cetera, et cetera. So she was like, "Can I count on you?" So when she saw the recollection, like the retelling of the event, she was like, "Yeah, kind of." You could tell on her face, she was like, "Yeah,
I'm not surprised."
Yeah, exactly. But she wasn't mad. Like, I think that's one cool thing about her taking Sabine as a Padawan is that she's like, it's more collaborative than it is like master disciple.
Yeah,
and I think it's super fucking rad.
Yeah.
Well, the Jedi thought process always is too, is like things happen for a reason, right? Like, so sometimes you just got to roll with it because like maybe that was just the way it was meant to be, right? Like it's your destiny, kind of shit.
Yeah.
So like she knows there's a way, and then she obviously goes, "Okay, let's hitch a ride on one of these fucking space whales." And
I didn't like that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like that. I didn't like that, and like a creature or an animal can do warp space,
fucking light speed. I wasn't expecting that either.
I expected to happen was that she was gonna get out on the ship, which I thought was cool. She was gonna fucking force talk to the fucking things, and they were gonna give her like the coordinates, and then they were gonna jump.
Yeah.
Instead of, but
that's
Brant
what I thought
told
too.
me that
that's
how
too.
Ezra got there in the first place was these fucking whales. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But it felt very like as a outsider, it felt very Pinocchio to me, and I was like,
Well, and then when Hu Yang references the space whales when he passes out, obviously he gets zapped or whatever. When he wakes up and he mentions it, you're like, those things are gonna have a fucking purpose because he wouldn't have said anything about it, right? If it, so
yep.
And he said when you see the space whales, that's usually how you find these hidden planet, whatever the hidden planet is, or whatever the
because they're on a migration pattern, through like space time. So it sounded like, I thought it was really touching when they caught Hoo-Ha looking at he was like, I told them to stay together and they never listen. Because remember I told you like during the fight, like I thought that was gonna play. I thought he was gonna see them in the fight, like stay together or whatever. So I thought it was super touching that he like was like, they never like I told him to stay together and this is why we're here.
Well, and he's a teacher, right? Like by programming, he teaches Jedi.
Yeah,
so
he's like
literally
a battle
like
drone of some sort.
Yeah,
or not battle drone, but like a
he's a training droid
sensei,
basically kind of thing. Yeah, like a sensei droid, I guess you could call him. But obviously he knows his shit, right?
Yeah.
Like so.
That's why I think it's so dope when he talks shit on Sabine all the time. She's fucking sucks.
She's terrible.
She's the worst. I think it's so fucking cool.
So does Sabine ever harness like Jedi powers, you think? Or do you think she just is like a what's his name from the latest
fucking Grogu's dumbass.
No.
I think that's how the season's
Not
gonna
Rey,
end.
not
She's
Kylo,
gonna do she's gonna move a fucking lightsaber 2 inches and they'll be like, look, she's doing it. She's doing the thing. I think that's how it's gonna be.
But yeah, does she become a Jedi or does she? What do you think? Like,
No.
No.
I think she just
like, is she like Finn, where like you still know how to kind of use a lightsaber, but that's not your jam. Like you're not a Jedi kind of thing.
I think she's gonna have like she's gonna be very skilled with a lightsaber and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's gonna be like force choking and force pulling things anytime soon.
Yeah.
Sounded so kinky.
But that's not saying that she won't be able to like fuck some people up, because like I said last episode, she's Mandalorian.
Wait,
so
she's a Mandalorian,
just
so
good
she knows
with
how to
And
weapons,
she
fight.
went toe to toe with that fucking. What do they call that? Like
the Padawan?
No, the gray
Padawan?
like
I'm sorry.
Jedis.
The gray. Those are dark Jedi. Those aren't gray Jedi.
Yeah. She went toe to toe with that one chick who was fucking sick, and so like, she's clearly a badass. But yeah, I'd like to see her like incorporate some of those like the choreography on the fights. I really hope stays up to par with where it's at, where like there's like some fucking sword shit going, or some like lightsaber shit mixed in with some guns, some fucking rocket launchers. If you,
I wanted to talk to you guys about that. So compared to, cause like I thought like the new Star Wars, the lightsaber battles were fucking atrocious. They were so fucking bad.
You mean like the Kylo Ren Rey ones?
The Kylo Ren and Rey and all that. I thought they were so bad. Yeah. What'd you guys think about the choreography and just the battles in this episode
this
of
is fucking
Ahsoka?
Dude, she was using both. She was using one at one point. The jumping fucking kick, dude. That was like my shit.
I like that the styles of each like Jedi is more pronounced, like for every person. Like they have their style.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like you could see Ahsoka switching her style to accommodate whatever style the other person was using, if you're really paying attention. And then same thing with Anakin. He just was always that like hardcore hack and slash kind of style, right? Like, cause he's a headstrong dude.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm gonna go head first into this fucking thing, and I'm gonna come at you, And then, Ahsoka's just the more graceful, like kind of fighter, right?
So dope.
But
it was so nice. So.
Oh, and Brent broke it down to me too, because like if you notice they have her start off with the green lightsaber, but then by the end, like when we're in real time, she has 2 yellow ones, and I was like, oh, how did she? Huh?
I was gonna elaborate on that once you were done.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You like, because I'm not gonna explain to you how you explained to me. You can just explain it in real time.
So when she became Anakin's Padawan, she started off with the 1 green, and then as she went through the trials, she went and got her 2 green, and then once she was framed for that bombing we were talking about last episode on the Jedi Temple, she lost those lightsabers being chased by the clones, and so how she got the blue ones, that you guys saw when she was in the Siege of Mandalore, she met with Anakin right before that, before they both split ways to go do their separate missions. And he gifted her those 2 blue lightsabers.
Isn't there something I had always remember hearing, because I remember asking why like Obi-Wan had a blue one but Yoda had a green one. Like there's significance in the colors of the kyber crystals, right?
Yes, usually, but sometimes they just throw a wrench in it and they just say screw it.
Okay. But so what?
Like Kylo Ren
what
shit.
Brent told me too is that like they're yellow because they got cleansed. Like
there's
because she's like disconnected with.
There's like armorers.
Jedi.
There's like people who craft the sabers, like the crystals or whatever, right? Like so, I think like the energy, your energy and the crystal's energy has to be a synergy of some sort, and then you get a certain color. But I don't know.
That would make sense why the dark side is always red, right?
Yeah. So I wanted to add on to that as well, Chase. The yellow ones that I was talking to you about, is also when you see a yellow, they have a grasp of the light and dark side, but they're not like strictly like
It's
light
like
or dark.
it's neutral. Or
Yes.
yeah.
Because like if you look at Balin, what color is his?
It's red.
It ain't
right?
red.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Is it orange?
No. Yeah.
It was like orange, right?
Yeah, it's not red. He's not a Sith.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And then the who's his henchman girl again?
Shin.
Shin. Hers is like yellowy orange too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking rad. They're the coolest. They're the fucking coolest, man.
Yeah, I don't know
And
if
then,
the armor thing was canon, but I know that was in a story where there was a person who would like craft the crystals.
Yeah, because I didn't realize until watching this show is that like, because growing up, I thought only Jedi and or Sith could have lightsabers, but it's kind of clear that I guess
You can
anyone could. Yeah, exactly. Because
like
I always
General
wondered how
Grievous
Grievous,
he stole
how
them.
he got a hold of so many.
Yeah, he took them off
Yeah,
the
he
dead
stole
Jedi.
those.
He says it in the movie. He stole them from
Do we
Jedi.
know?
he
Do
killed.
we know whose lightsabers he has?
I don't know.
Yes, but I cannot name them off the top of my head.
But they're
one of
jobbers.
them.
They're not like. It's not like Obi-Wan.
There's a couple masters in there.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. I can't remember the names. But yeah, there's definitely a couple masters in there.
It ain't Ahsoka. She beat that ass. He'd try to do that spinny shit, and she'd hit him with the. Bro, she's so fucking cool. And dude, so I was telling Chris that this, I think I talked about it last episode, but this, watching the series, also made me. Of course, we love Rosario Dawson. She's hot. Anyway, but I went back and I started watching Daredevil, and like, bro, she's so good. Like, and it made me re-fall in love with Daredevil. Like, I'm on the second season again, and just the Punisher series. I'm just like, fuck, dude, so sick.
Yeah. What's up, Adam? How you doing?
Sick. But yeah, this series is fucking. I've never been more excited about Star Wars stuff. I think the last time I even had any glimmer of like, hey, this is gonna be cool is BB-8. I was like, hey, he's a cool fucking droid, man.
I mean, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I forget what I was gonna say. You distracted me with the BB-8 or BB-8 thing.
Fucking cool.
Well, each episode is like progressing forward too. You feel like you're moving forward in a story, which is always good, but it's also just every episode so far has been somewhat impactful, you know, it was like Mandalorian where you knew nothing about really, you don't know a lot about the Mandalorians unless you like read the books and like went through all that to like experience like a new race and like a new character that just, you know.
Yeah, that show built the kind of the creed that they go by, because before I only knew there was Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And that was kind of, and I had heard of Django, but I didn't really know anything else. And so that series fleshed that out. But this series is, I've never been as like on the edge of my seat just waiting for content. Like
Mando was really good too, though. It's hard to beat, but
it was
this
cool,
show
but
is
it was
moving,
way more pedestrian.
Yeah,
dude.
This show's moving a lot faster.
Yeah, and the stakes feel higher.
Yeah,
like I didn't give a. Grogu could fuck off. I honestly, I want to see that kid get fucking punted into space. But like,
I think you're just impatient about Grogu. Well, maybe not impatient is the right word, but because I'm a little impatient with it too. It's just how slowly he progresses.
Yeah.
Like I wish they would move Grogu's story faster, like a little further ahead. He's already 50 fucking years old.
So that's the thing is,
you know,
so
like
in film there's showing and telling. So if you show it, you don't have to tell it. So they're telling us he's gonna be like so powerful, but they're not showing it.
Yeah.
They're not showing those like leaps and progressions. Whereas Ahsoka, they're showing it. Like they're showing where she came from and how much of a badass she is now. And you like, they don't have to tell you like, hey, she was a really powerful Jedi. You're like, no, I fucking saw it. She was fucking sick.
I mean, you really don't see Grogu's true like strength until the last episode of Mandalorian. Like there was no, you know, where he's like jumping around the fucking lights, and it's still hard to take seriously though because he's just this tiny little doll looking thing. So
it's so off.
like, it's hard to like. I don't know. I love the Mandalorian series. Nothing against it, but yeah, I think the character development of Grogu is a little.
It was like
too adorable.
It was hand-fisted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Where it was like, oh, like I thought the whole reason they had him was honestly for fucking like, selling merch.
Yeah,
and then and they were like, oh, but also he's gonna be really cool. Just wait. And you're like, all right, I waited, but Mando's the reason why I'm watching this, not fucking dweeb.
And he's being a Mandalorian, but obviously his Jedi, he has a lot of, the Force is
he's
strong
almost
with him,
the
right?
flip side of Sabine, right? Where he's Jedi, more Jedi, but also raised Mando, where she's Mando kind of being raised Jedi now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hot take. Look at your boy.
I think it's accurate.
Yeah, I'm a real boy.
Yeah, it's definitely the case.
But yeah, I was gonna say, once I got done watching episode 6, me and Chantel, we just sat there. We're just like,
I did too. I sat there and just stared at my screen, like
shit.
stared at the credits, like, fuck, that just happened. Like that was fucking crazy. Like I was fully immersed. Like I'm glad they like made the episode as long as they did too, because if they cut that down to like the 28-minute fucking thing, I would have been pissed. I think they fleshed it out enough where it wasn't too long, but it wasn't short either,
All of the episodes have been. So sometimes when we watch other series or whatever, I'm like, oh, how much longer is left in this episode? I honestly, from start to finish, am so engulfed in it, and then it ends, and I'm like,
yeah,
you know that. When you first get out of a concert and it's like you take that first breath out of there and it's like I could breathe again. Like it feels so good. Like and you're just like, okay, I need more now.
But I'm with you, man. I was just sitting on the edge of my couch like, fuck, that was awesome.
That was
Could you imagine the people that actually got to go watch that in theaters?
Yeah.
I see why they released it in some areas. I was like, dude, why couldn't that be me?
I was like legit
so
gonna be like, maybe we should hold off for the theater, but I was like, nah, I can't do that.
I would have screamed harder than these the Taylor Swift movie that they're like.
Yeah,
I would have been like,
oh my god, please don't let me.
Dude,
be
you guys
next to
should have
that
seen me.
theater.
I was seen like Captain Rex in the background. I was like, oh, that's fucking Captain Rex.
Yeah.
that's the guy the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were a fan of the Clone Wars, like if you actually watched the Clone Wars, you were like thankful there was a throwback to it, because I called it last week too. I told someone on Instagram was like, oh yeah, there's Anakin's blah blah blah, and I'm like, there's got to be a throwback to the Clone Wars. There just has to be. There's no way.
Well, that's
throw it back.
a bulk of Ahsoka's development.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
So you got to.
So, I mean, it makes me want to watch that series even more, but it's intimidating to. Have you watched the whole? You watched the whole Clone Wars series? You watch all of them? Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's not a commitment as One Piece, but it's
a small elephant in the room. I don't really like her cardigan look that much.
So someone posted today too, Ahsoka the White, and she has like all her white robes on.
I mean, like she's
like
still
now,
dope.
Right?
She's still hot, obviously, but like also never show her without her headband again. That was so creepy to see her with her LeBron fucking hairline. I hated that, dude. It's like put fucking a headband of some sort. Jesus.
So they didn't just make her like Gandalf the White.
Yeah,
That was her clothing that she wore right after I can't remember what happened in Rebels, but she actually had that exact like the white gown going on before.
They definitely
like,
finished this episode with her in the white gown, like in the white vibe.
Oh,
like
I didn't realize that was
like she's been cleansed or something almost. You
so
know
this
what I
is
mean?
there's precedent for this. This has happened before. They had like.
Yeah, like she has worn that before. It wasn't just like, look at me, I'm Gandalf the White now.
But yeah, it was a throwback to who she used to be, kind of thing, right? Is kind of what it seemed like.
Yeah, if you guys noticed that, because like during the show, like before this episode, like she was kind of like didn't show emotion, didn't really get upset, didn't get angry, was just kind of like meh. And then once she got back from her little thing with Anakin, she was like laughing, smiling.
Yeah, she had like optimism after she talked to the fucking whales.
Yeah.
Like talking. That was so cool when they were like, what were they saying? She's like, I don't know. That was so dope. I thought that was so cool.
Where are we going? I don't know.
Yeah. Because like sometimes like Star Wars stuff can get so preachy where they're like, your destiny and blah blah. Yes, the win. Wait, we gotta take a shot. Digital shot.
Can you pour real quick, honey?
Oh, is she there?
Yeah,
Tell her we
I
said hi.
heard her talking in the background. She's shy.
Hi.
Hey. How are you?
Sick.
Yeah.
Is she doing one too?
Wait,
Oh,
sick?
yeah.
Sick or like fucking sick?
Sick.
Both.
But she's
I'll
also,
feel-
yeah, I was going to
Both.
say, she's also fucking sick.
I'm sick, but I'm sick.
Wait for me to pour mine. Don't take them yet.
Okay.
I'll tell her to tell.
And also Stella's here too.
Stellars.
Stella.
Did you ever meet Stella?
Yeah.
She's got human eyes.
Me and her were cuddle buddies for a little bit when I went over there.
What?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Does
he
that
over
make
during
her
the.
Did you
puppy
go?
on the pod?
Did you go pooter to cooter?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's only one way, man.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This
Cheers,
is the
guys.
way. Cheers.
You.
But yeah.
Quick question.
Yes.
Does that make Stella the first puppy on the pod?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Officially.
Dope.
Rook has
Rip-
been in the room and Ripple's been in the room, but they haven't been on camera.
you know why? Because they don't act right. They hate me
They think
with
no,
the
they
fire
don't.
of 1,000 suns.
They bark at everybody when they first meet them, and then they're like, "Oh, I remember you. Never mind."
No, there's a special
Ooh.
octave. It feels
mostly,
racist.
They looking at me funny.
Yeah.
And I guess this question's mostly geared toward Chris.
Okay.
So that last episode, to me, as much of a Star Wars fan as I am, is the best piece of Star Wars cinematics,
In digital history.
period.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I put it up there. I put it up there as one of the better things I've ever seen, I think, as far as Star Wars go. Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
as a fucking outsider looking in, that was so... Dude, this episode was so good. Christina, in the middle of it, was like, the makeup artists are really good. And I was like...
That's what
yeah.
Chantel said.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, because they didn't miss a fucking mark when she was younger. And then even with... what's it? I keep forgetting her name, the green one.
Hera.
Hera. It doesn't look off. It looks believable.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's a green
Like a skin tone, yeah.
human. Like,
Yeah.
dude.
You guys know
And-
she's married to Ewan McGregor?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Yeah, she's married to Obi-Wan fucking Kenobi.
Well, we know how she got the ends for that then. You know what though?
How dare
Part of
you.
me goes, what if they redid Clone Wars with live action? You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like, what if they,
100%.
like,
It needs to
now,
happen.
Just that small little taste of it just makes you want more.
Well, I think too,
Like,
it's
you know-
like it's revamping that fervor for it because
Yeah.
like the people that were all about it were gonna watch it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But then now there's a whole bunch of people that are like, hey, what's this Clone Wars thing? But they're not necessarily cartoon fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people
Yes.
are too high maca for that shit.
For the love of God, bring Darth Maul back, and that's automatic, bro. You bring him
I
back
really
into the
thought-
fold, and you do a live action with.
I want
fucking-
more. I want to fall in love with the clones.
There'll be everything.
You know
There'll
what I
be
mean?
everything
Yeah.
though,
And the
Like-
tank battles and
Yeah.
shit. Oh, dude, those are so sick.
Like, don't make it as long as you can cut down those Clone Wars episodes, you know. And
Yeah, there's a lot of filler in that.
yeah, you know. So
Definitely. A lot of fluff.
yeah, so like you can cut some of that stuff out, but
Yeah, I think it'd be rad.
but it'd be pretty.
Whenever
fucking dope.
in the episode when they did the Siege of Mandalore, I was like, dude, are we gonna see fucking Darth Maul right now? If we are, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Holy shit, that would have been the fucking best, dude. I was like, anything to get Darth Maul back on this fucking show, please.
Dude, Ahsoka and the Darth Maul fight was unfucking real at
Yeah.
the end of the Clone Wars season. Oh my god!
and then I
And
finally
Ahsoka
saw,
made him look like stupid.
She whooped that.
I finally
ass.
saw that clip of the Obi-Wan Darth Maul where he kills Darth Maul. and
so quick, so precise.
It was fast.
Dude. Obi-Wan was like, "I'm so done with this shit, dude."
So like 5 seconds.
Well, I think I sent it to both of you where someone broke down the chess play, like the chess
you
match.
sent that to me. Yeah.
Where he was
That's
like,
where I saw
he
it. Yeah.
changed his stance a bunch of times before
That was a great video.
before it even kind of happened.
Actually, let's play that. I want to play that real quick because that was a cool thing you sent me.
Because I wouldn't have. I mean, like I'm new to the Star Wars game, and I didn't.
I think you sent it to the Instagram.
I didn't get it. I probably did.
Did you
I
send
gotta
it?
find a way to get.
You send stuff to my Facebook and then to my Instagram. I think no, you sent I don't know.
I don't do shit on Facebook.
You don't do shit.
It's a lie.
Yeah. Oh, I get it through the Meta Suite or whatever.
Oh wait, I think it was down.
Two right here and one at the bottom. To hold there. And
Was it this one?
I think so. No, it was a video.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah, it was a guy at a podcast, right?
Yeah.
No,
Fuck, I don't.
It was. I
remember.
believe it was Star Wars Theory, was the one that did it.
Star Wars Theory.
Either Star Wars Explained or Star Wars Theory.
It
They're
was a
both
guy
really
who
good Star Wars
was a
right?
voice actor on the show, I think, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Fuck, what did you send that to me on?
Oh. Well, maybe I sent it directly to your phone.
Oh yeah, you might have sent it in a text. What was it? What was it under?
Star Wars Theory, he said.
But he has like a shit ton of videos. Like his life is like breaking down Star Wars lore and everything.
Yeah, there we go.
Was it
No, yeah, that one.
this one, right?
Yeah, that guy looks like.
You know,
Remember that
when
Star
Obi-Wan-
Wars
when
game? The Force Unleashed. He looks like the character, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's who that guy is. You remember where he
Could
was
be.
like, you like made your own Jedi kind of thing?
Yeah.
You mean Star Killer?
Is that what his name is?
Yeah, from Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Is that that guy?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Did I close it? Motherfucker.
What an idiot!
Oh no, there it is. Okay.
Maul does his thing, the first thing Obi-Wan does is he does his, sort of his kid self. He turns into Ewan McGregor for a second and then takes a breath and goes, oh, no, that was the mistake. That's the guy that fought in the war. We learned that was not the way to go. Mistakes were made back then. I'm actually Ben Kenobi, and he goes to the Alec Guinness pose. And then he's like, let's see if we can play the same trick on Maul. And then he assumes the Qui-Gon Jinn pose, thus cueing Maul up, who's still 14-year-old high school guy, bully, whatever, cues Maul up to try the same move that he tried on Qui-Gon. I mean, it's a very interesting interplay between the two. You're like, move, counter move, psychological game. And he completely misreads it. And the moment the lightsaber hits him, he goes, oh, this is not a desert rat. This is a Jedi Master. He's not even he's a Jedi Master on guard duty. And if he's this good,
so disgusting.
this is the most important guard post.
One slash and he's done.
That's it.
Fucking cool. That's
Yeah,
why I thought
I
it was
wish-
dope seeing Ahsoka do that to the fucking the
Marok.
kind of robot guy. What the fuck his name is? Or what are those guys? Because remember he disintegrated into dust.
He was imbued with Night Sister magic.
So he's like a
So, like,
a
whenever-
Reaper or a wraith kind of thing, like from
Kinda, but he was. I'm not sure if you guys know who Savage Opress was in the Clone Wars.
No.
Darth Maul's brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was the
yellow
super
one, right?
juiced
So-
one, right?
Yeah, like whenever he got killed, literally the identical thing happened. He pretty much turned into fucking pixie dust.
I did watch. I watched the episode where him and Ahsoka, Darth Maul and Ahsoka have to team up, right? And then the brother is in that episode, I think, right? In the beginning.
I don't remember. I only saw up to when they created that guy, and he's like the fucking roided up version of Darth Maul.
Yeah. You get that bigger brother feeling where he's just like, get your shit fucking done.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but he just relied too much on brute strength.
Yeah.
He
didn't have the finesse.
He was a Brian Bosworth of the fucking dark side.
Shit. Fucking Darth Maul series, bro. Just do it.
I'd watch that if it's done in the same style as this Ahsoka one.
I think we deserve like a dark side story.
Yeah, because you know what? These
That's something they've never done. They've never done that.
Because I've heard
Like we
too,
get it
like,
in lore
dark
and video
side
games.
sympathizers like actually pointing out that like, hey, they're really just trying to get the whole galaxy on one page. Like they're not just bad people. You know what I mean? Like they're set in a condition. So it'd be kind of cool to like show the other side of the coin instead of good and bad. It's like a little bit more nuanced.
Yeah. And the
Like
good side
Thanos,
always
right?
wins,
Yep.
Like, yeah,
Where you're like,
you
yeah.
know, get the lead up into like what happens next kind of stuff. But yeah, there hasn't been like a focus on a dark side character really.
It'd be cool if they went with the gray route too, like to kind of like ease into the dark side stuff. If they went with these gray Jedi and like figured out why they kind of excommunicated a little bit.
It'd be cool to find out more about the witches and stuff like that too, you know, in since it's like in the same realm.
I think the best one, the best like lean into like having a dark side and then also a light side would be Darth Revan, and then also just Revan when he's a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Like he became one of the most powerful Sith, and then
Who's
he
the
also
girl
became a
with the
very
Who's the evil Sith girl with the 2 blades?
The bald one?
Yeah.
Ventress.
I want Ventress. Give me bro, all day. She looks so sick. Fucking sick. She's like the Sith Ahsoka.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sithoka, if you will.
Sithoka.
Because then that would also bring in the Night Sisters too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bring in the Night Sisters, bring in some Maul action. Maybe you don't have to make the whole series about them, but dude, people would go nuts over a Darth Maul
Bro,
series.
if that isn't a band title, the fucking Night Sisters of like, just like
yeah.
all hard
I think
rock.
it is actually.
Yeah, it probably is.
Fucking dope.
It's probably been done. So when does Thrawn show up? Next episode?
No,
No?
No, it's got to be like
I don't
'cause
think so.
This is going to
I
be
think-
multiple seasons. It's going to be
Do they show him for like the last episode and then it just leads into the
second
next
to
season?
the last episode for sure.
Yeah,
I think
they
second
show
to
him,
last
and then the
episode,
last
Thrawn
episode
shows up.
he does the big fucking dick move that leads into the next series.
Yeah.
I think.
The cliffhanger.
And I think Ahsoka and them fail this season. I don't think they're gonna stop Thrawn, but I think at the end of the season we're gonna get like a quick like glimpse of Ezra,
yeah.
and then the season's gonna end.
But
There'll be
also,
like a-
they're
they're not
going
gonna
to
show
Sabine do some good shit too.
Yeah.
because she got played. They gotta have a like you know.
She hasn't really
a
done
trigger.
anything useful except she opened up a map, got stabbed, turned the thing over,
Yeah,
and now she's
exactly.
captive.
She needs a redeeming arc.
There's no reason she's not going to get redeemed. She's going to get redeemed, and then you know her and
Well,
Ahsoka
dude, if
are
they
gonna
killed
go
her,
into
I'd be so sad. That's
You
my
know,
No,
Star
they
Wars,
won't kill Sabine.
Star Wars
New
could
Jedi
use
crush.
more of that, where just one of the main characters.
like Game of Thrones.
I don't think they'll
Yeah,
kill
You're like,
Sabine.
Games
oh,
of-
that's
yeah.
your favorite? Yeet.
Yeah,
Like,
bye.
some red wedding
I
shit.
don't think so.
Yeah, they're too.
God,
it's Disney.
Game of
Andy.
Thrones was hardcore though, bro. You used to fall in love with
They're
the
like,
character, and they're
oh,
just
who
like,
do you like?
"See ya."
They're dead. Who do you hate?
Bye-bye.
They're on top.
Yeah.
You're-
"Fuck you, Cersei."
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck. No, who is the little fucking dweeb Cersei's son?
Oh, Joffrey.
Fuck, dude.
When he died, that was
He's
one
one
of
of
the best
3
episodes.
people that have like played a role that if I saw them on the street, I'd punch him in the fucking throat.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, whoever you are, whatever actor name you are, if I see you, it's on sight. You piece of shit.
It was him and the
It's like that, huh?
Yeah.
the one guy who
Fuck Joffrey for life.
the one guy, what was his name that cut off the dude's dick?
Oh,
Balin? Balin was it
no, what's his name? It's the guy
Baratheon,
from
right?
Misfits.
He was a Baratheon or something.
It was from Misfit. What the fuck was his name? And he like fed it to him, or he ate it, right?
He,
Like
he
a
fed people to
sausage?
dogs.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck is his
So
name?
I think he was probably the most hated, but Joffrey was a close second.
No, like I don't know. That guy was twisted, but Joffrey was a fucking cunt.
Yeah, he was an asshole.
He was just a cunt.
There's nothing worse than seeing like a rich bratty.
Because even fucking
Little twat.
Jamie Lannister had a redeeming arc.
He did. You could tell he had a heart. You know what I mean?
Not a hand though.
Not a hand. And he was trying to hook up with the Amazon chick, Brianna Tarth.
Dude, who was the worst Captain Phantasm? That was the most under-delivered character, dude. I was so hyped
full circle.
on her.
Yeah, going back to Captain Phasma, man, that death was fucking lame, too.
And she looked so cool, and they hyped her up. She's like, badass general.
God.
And then she gets, she got like thrown in the trash compactor or something?
Yeah.
Stupid.
No, she just fucking she fell down a fucking
wall.
hole.
Yeah, she fell. Yeah.
Same shit.
And the Snoke killing in the beginning.
Snoke was so stupid.
Oh my God.
Snoke was a dumb character
So dumb.
overall.
I wanted to know more about him though, and they didn't even give him a chance. They're like, nah, fucking kill that dude.
Surprise.
I just didn't know why he had like
it
a
was
pimp
Palpatine
robe.
the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Oh, I gotta
and then like they bring out Palpatine, like, oh, surprise, Snoke was me the whole time. Okay, get fucked.
Yeah, that was dumb.
As I got thrown down this infinite abyss with plasma cannons, and then the entire station blew up, I manifested myself. Okay, dude.
I'm gonna screen capture Brent like that, and then, why you mad, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I hate
like
when
I
does that
love
shit, too.
Palpatine, but then like I'm going to pretty much imbue my soul into you once you strike me down. It's like, oh my god, dude,
who
stop
the
it.
hell
Who
cares?
is a Star Wars was like, this is a great idea. This is so good. Let's run this.
I think that's the thing that pisses me off in all these kind of Disney shows and stuff is like, who was there at that meeting where they're like they checked off on it? Because before things start shooting, they have an idea. They have the board with the Post-its, and they went, yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
They're like, nah.
And then like it was just so cheesy.
Yeah.
It's like, I am all of the Sith. And then Rey just has one lightsaber, and then out of fucking nowhere, she's like, I'm all the Jedi.
I don't
Oh my
give
god,
a
dude. So dumb.
Can you hear the sound effects
Like
on your end?
Yeah, I heard it.
You heard this?
I don't give a shit.
I didn't hear that one.
Okay.
Gilbert Godfrey.
I wasn't sure if it was
Yaga.
going through to him, but anyway.
But they at least should have had like all the other freaking like Jedi like Force ghosts or something behind her. It would look cooler.
Yeah.
Besides some random chick who never had any type of training in her life.
But she looked
Anywho.
real cool. I really wish they made her staff
Yeah,
the lightsaber.
thanks, Luke, for nothing.
Yeah, Luke's dude, they really downplayed him. I think.
Yeah, we went down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. But I like the mechanical arm. That was cool.
All right. Well, we got to start wrapping this up. But
Yeah, I was gonna say we're about to go make some dinner, and then we still have to hang some stuff up on the wall. So, wanted to say thank you guys again for allowing me on to talk about that magnificent show of Ahsoka.
Yeah,
we appreciate you being in. I think
we should
like
have
if
like
you're
a
on,
regular, like the Jedi. You guys are like the Jedi Council.
Yeah.
Run it by him, the Jedi historian.
I mean, we don't have the hologram technology yet.
What was the name of that place? It was like a Jedi library in Clone Wars.
The archives.
Was it the archives?
Yeah, the archives.
Yeah,
the Jedi archive.
Who's the one? Oh, yeah. Well, you guys are the archives. That's you.
This guy knows a lot more about the in-between stuff than I do, so
That's what I'm
he
saying.
helps me out because I don't know some of that lore. So,
and then he'd translate my Ebonics into like, what are you saying? Oh, yeah. Okay, that was this. Yeah.
Who the fuck are you talking? No.
Yeah. Hey, who the one to do the kicks with the fucking orange laser? That was, remember the last lesson. It was this.
You want to do one more shot before you get out of here? Yep. Okay. You pull that bottle up before I even said something.
I swear to God, if you spill another fucking shot, dude.
I haven't even been drinking today. That first shot was, oh, man. Football today. Who you got? Who's playing?
Vikings.
I have no idea who's playing. I've just been busy with the house,
Vikings, Eagles? That sounds right. Who you got?
Eagles.
Eagles?
Ooh,
I don't want
Eagles.
to. But yeah, it's going to be Eagles.
Yeah. I don't know, though. Eagles were kind of, they were just, so-so last week.
Also, if you want to hit up Ken to see if he wants to donate any Snickle Fritz. That's our last
that man's
model.
working now. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
What? Loser. Works for suckers.
Cheers, bro.
Bink bonk.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Chantel.
And Stellars.
And the Bobbers.
Well, again, thank you.
Yeah,
I
thanks
love
for coming
talking
on, man.
Star Wars.
We'll be glad to have you on to talk
Same
about
bad
it next
time,
week.
same bad channel.
Yeah, if you're available.
Yeah.
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 We push the other stuff forward and then save the Ahsoka stuff to get you, ready and settled to be able to talk about it.
I mean, to be fair, most days I
To
work.
be fair.
I mostly get I mostly get off around 3 p.m. my time. So
I mostly get off when we talk about Ahsoka.
So what time did you?
Here we go now.
What time is it there now?
it is
6:35.
6:35.
6:30. Okay, so 5 hours. Okay.
Yep.
So when you guys start the pod at 11, it's usually 4 o'clock in the afternoon for us.
Which is a good time, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Until daylight savings.
Yeah, perfect time.
then it goes
Perfect
down.
time.
Down.
Then
an
they're
hour.
down an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
We'll figure it out.
When's daylight savings? I don't fucking know.
We don't do it.
I
So
don't
why-
know,
why
man.
we
Just
gotta-
whenever my
It's
phone
fucking
changes,
stupid.
it changes.
Yeah, spring forward and fucking trip over your ball sack. Yeah.
Yeah.
But- All right,
All right,
man.
guys.
Thanks for
Later.
coming in.
Love you
Take
guys.
it easy, guys. We'll see you later.
Adio.
Bye.
It's cool, man. Yeah,
Fun times.
like having an authority.
The conversation's always good about that stuff.
Yeah.
And Brent's a good resource, honestly. So thank you, Ramers, for joining us today. It's always fun having you guys on. But that's gonna wrap it up, I think, for
Gotta
today.
go swoop up the kiddo.
Yeah, gotta go swoop the kid. I gotta go drop the car to the wifey, and
We gotta go adult.
we gotta go. Yeah.
Dumb. You're so dumb.
But guys, thanks for joining us today. My name's Chris,
I'm Chase.
and this is the Smash Bros podcast. We're live every Thursday, 11 a.m. Hawaiian time, 2 p.m. Pacific. You catch us right here on youtube.com/@the Smash Bros and on Twitch/the Smash Bros. And you can follow our Instagram at the _Smash Bros. The bottom left part of your screen is what our handle is down there. And Chase will be getting on the Instagram next week.
Dun, 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 dun,
Hint.
dun, dun.
But guys, yeah, if you liked what you watched, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that follow button if you're over on Twitch. But until next time,
Adios.
have a good day.